Going. All right, good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, August 27th, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Peter Speach, who I had the, I've known about Peter for years. He's a top leader in the United States when it comes to network marketing. It's always phenomenal to meet leaders in our great country and abroad. And I met Peter down in Miami during the launch of Healy right there, Peter's just awesome. He is young at heart. He really truly believes in studying compensation plans. I'm typically the type of person that'll jump into a company and work my tail off for a month or two and then figure out the compensation plan. And when someone asks me the compensation plan, I say, I don't know, just look in your back office and stuff. And I'm here for a three-way phone call. So Peter's going to be discussing some amazing points today. But Peter, first I want to welcome and also say thank you everyone here for joining us today. Everyone, Mr. Peter Speach from Florida here.
Thanks very much, Ryan, for having me on today, and I'm excited about sharing some information that I have that I've acquired over the last 35 years. Yes, I turned 65 on Saturday.
That's the new 30 right there with Healy. Yeah.
So I got my what do you call it? Your retirement check, whatever that is from the government now.
In your AARP magazine?
No. Okay, so anyhow, yeah. So. You know, I looked at Healy. I mean, I don't know how you want me to start. You want me to share how I came to Healy, or?
Yeah, we talked about the bullet points. Let's just talk about Healy and why you decided to come on board full time with Healy out of all the network marketing companies out there, Peter.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I was actually consulting with another company over in Thailand at the time, and I got a chance to sit and have a coffee with some expats that are living over there in Bangkok. We all kind of like connect. And a good buddy of mine, Max Gleckner, which everybody knows. And Max is my good friend now. He was sitting down and we were talking, and he knew of my background, and we chatted about the industry. And he's busy in real estate over there as I am here in Florida. But he told me that he was going to get ready to go to a presentation over at a major hotel in Bangkok, and invited me to come over and take a look at a thing on quantum physics and vibrational energy and all this different things that I wasn't that familiar with. And but I was intrigued. I was very impressed with him. And you know how it is, we do business with people that we like, and I just liked them, so I wanted to go over it and see what this is all about. So I sat in their hour presentation, and I met Karsten, and I met Marcus, and all the key people that basically what it was the beginnings of a new company launching, and it was one of the first meetings that they happened to have it in Bangkok. So I listened to the presentation, and of course, Marcus was doing the whole demo on our Healy, and I sat there scratching my head going, huh, what? And not knowing really what any of it meant. I'm a fine arts painter, and I'm an entrepreneur and a networker. I didn't know anything about quantum physics. And of course, today in my organization, I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of quantum physics professionals, massage therapists. It's very interesting, the type of people that understand this, so that's kind of a clue, the type of people to connect and talk to. So I got engaged with the company. He told me to take the sign-up position, which I did. And I'll be honest with everybody on the phone, or on the call, I just kind of sat back a little bit and tried to read up on as much as I could and trying to understand microfrequency therapy, and is it real, and how can that work? And so I was following them for quite a bit, for about 3-4 months. And because of the way I was positioned, we're going to talk about that today in the binary. The way that I was positioned in the business, I started watching people collect and connect in my community, what I call, my shared community. And I'll be gosh darned if I start watching the volume pour in, people buying product, and of course I understand the binary, so I understand what all that meant. And when I hit about 500,000 points in volume, I said, maybe I need to buy a Healy. We're going to talk about that today as well, the 3 things that you need to do to get started. So it's been a process for me. In about 9, 10, 11 months, I slowly integrated. In fact, Ryan, when I saw you in Miami, I'm still kind of like, I'm excited because it's a sexy company, and they've got, deep pockets, which is important, guys, to have a company that can weather the storm. And before I went to Miami, I love Max. He's so patient with me. He said, I need you to fly to Barcelona, Spain. We're having an international conference. Be there. And I went, well, I'm a world traveler. I haven't been to Barcelona yet. Good reason to go. And when I got there, I'm telling you, it looked like a 15-year-old successful network marketing company, even just less than 2 years old. They spared no expense, and it was an unbelievable event at a 5-star property in Barcelona. So that kind of raised my belief level once again. I actually was probably one of 6 Americans that were at the event, about 600 people. Karsten was leading the charge, Karsten Lang. And it was all people from Czechoslovakia and Russia and Italy. And the table that I sat at for dinner was with all these Eastern Europeans. And it was just fascinating to me. And I was like, wow, I guess I need to continue to pay attention. So for me, it's been a slow burn getting up to speed. But the only common link and connection for me was the fact that I'm a network marketer. And I said, I'm going to take the spot. And if it's real, oh my goodness, it could be huge. If it's not, then no big deal. So I actually teach people that today. What are you processing? Right now in the company, it's free to take a position, take the spot. So with all of that, it's been a process for me. Now, interestingly, and I'll share this with everybody because it's very powerful, I hit about 1 million points in that leg that I was part of that community at Main Leg, Ryan. And we were about a week away from opening in the United States. We were going to open in March, then we were going to open in April. And, that's how it is when a company's launching a new area. It's not always perfect. But we opened May 1st, and I had my other team. We'll talk about that a little bit. I had my USA team, I call them, prepped, and I had people positioned about 60 days in advance. And when we opened, my business absolutely exploded, and I ranked up 7 levels to director in 5 weeks. Now, I'm not saying that to impress anybody here because this isn't my first rodeo, but just to impress upon you that USA has fallen in love with Healy. They've embraced it. I know it's going to happen for Canada as well. And to that end, I think right now we are lion's share of volume for the company. We're about 60% of the company's volume right now in the United States. And I love the fact that after 35 years in the industry, and I'm not dissing it, but lotions, potions, pills, those types of programs, a lot of Americans go, well, let me see, it's a $150 decision. I have to ask my wife, or I have to think about it. Well, it means they're not all in. They don't understand what it might be. So when I saw we had a program that was $470 up to $2,500 US, I was like, I wonder how it's going to hit here. I don't have a crystal ball that's clear, but when it launched, I haven't seen anything like this since 1996 when I got involved in a travel adventure company that exploded. And I watched my first time in 1996 make my income, earn my income to 6 figures a month in income. And it made me psychologically unemployable from that point on. I was in the ad agency business for years before that.
Like the truth.
That's me up to date. That's
wonderful, Peter. And I remember when we were in Miami, you and I talking at the bar, like, man, is this really real? How good we were building the belief in each other, how big this thing was going to be, and convincing other people that were new there that maybe hadn't pulled the trigger that this was really something special compared to all the other network marketing companies out there.
Well, and the point, the biggest point, I'll get to that right now. And by the way, I will tell you that you are awesome because you understood quantum physics and you understood the power of this product. And I was actually shadowing and following a lot of the personal testimonies you were already acquiring for 9 months before we weren't even open here. And that was pretty powerful for me. And I have a lot of respect for what you did in the business. But this is such a unique product. You're not going to find it on Amazon. You're not going to, this thing is so unique in what it does. And now I have so many personal testimonies within my organization, it's game over. Right. So, I mean, now that the company is, they've got shipping down, and we've got tracking numbers, it's just going to get better and better.
So, Peter, you're saying, just on that note real quick, that we're getting shipping in a week now, for real?
Yes. And you get an email notification with a tracking number, guys.
That's such peace of mind right there, right? Like, this is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Gosh, looking through the whole entire year and the last few months, the turbulence that we've gone through, it's like an airplane taking off and getting through the shakiness so you get to smooth sailing altitude right there. And to see that people are waiting 60 days for this device, but still our checks were, it was like a love-hate relationship, bro, for all of us. And people held on and just kept growing it. I think the exponential growth that we're going to see now, that people are getting their devices in a week, the testimonials that come soon, it's like planting seeds and harvesting them, then the seeds just sprout and just take off big time. So I'm excited for everyone.
There's no question it's going to be the next billion-dollar giant. And I love the fact that we've got residual coming up with the subscriptions, and they're going to be introducing more products. Hey, look, you know, you never know in this industry. I've picked some horses that didn't cross the finish line, and I picked 4 good ones, which, you know, changed my life financially and for my family and such. But
what past companies you've been with, Peter? Just to show what kind of led to this.
Oh, sure. Well, you know, I actually, believe it or not, and part of our training today will be coming from this great old American company called Amway.
There you go.
And actually, the training I got in Amway, guys, was second to none. The training is phenomenal. Tough to make a nickel there. The comp plan structure, if we were to break down a stair-step breakaway to the binary or I love unilevels too, but the binaries are very powerful if you've got the right product. And that's another point I'll make is we have the right product for the right compensation plan when it comes to building the residual check. Right. The price point's a small to medium price point product that really will drive that binary, guys. It's tough to do a binary in a pill program where it's a $50 auto ship or $40 auto ship in a pill product.
And I love that, Peter, because we were able to really use that fear, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. And I heard the other day this quote that the fear of missing out is the second strongest emotion to the emotion of love. And so when people are able to secure those free positions, I'm always encouraging people, whoever I have a conversation with, I don't even call them until I know they'll trust me just getting a free spot anyways. And I don't even, just because the registration process is kind of quirky, I just ask them for their email address and a username. I just make up an address and they can change out the address later. So that's just a tip for you all. Don't have a phone call unless you're confident that you can just at least create them a free account. Don't waste the time because using that fear of missing out, the FOMO there, for example, yesterday, I noticed people on the call here today that have a lot of, volume, but I called one girl up yesterday. Hey, you got 2.5 million points underneath you right now. I can really share with you. You're sitting on $250,000 of potential income. Help out, and then the light bulb goes off. So, back to you, brother.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true, and that leads to a really good point. I do a very simple thing with Healy. It's kind of an old school style. It's real soft, but anybody can do the following. Hey, Ryan, I came on to something pretty interesting. It has to do with quantum physics and microfrequency therapy. Are you familiar with that at all? And then you'll get an answer. You can be quiet. And if they say yes, it's okay. And if they say no, it's okay. And then the following closing line is, well, I'm getting excited about this, and I could use your opinion. You look at my landing page. And that's all I do. And that's all I'm teaching my team to do, because then that's got the in-depth content. Took a lot of time to get all the right content. It's all corporate approved content. And they go in there and they go, wow. And then you get a phone call back and then you're on your way. It's at that point where I will actually put them into the position.
I imagine, Peter, that you have a website for your landing pages to take a look. The corporate pages aren't really up to speed yet. I think they can be a lot more sexy, and I know they're going to improve it. So do you have a website that people can go take a look at what your landing page currently looks like? Or
I do. This isn't a cute trick where now I'm going to get enclosure for $20 a month. Mine's absolutely free to all my members. And it's kind of crazy, but I'm all about having the right tools and keeping it simple, keep it duplicatable. If everybody wants to do this, I will put it in the chat. You're welcome to look at it. If someone wants it, we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Do you like to do online marketing, or are you belly to belly more so, or what would you say your style is, or everything?
Oh, I'm not so much social. I'm more belly to belly, meaning these days Zoom belly to belly, and landing page, pushing up my landing page belly to belly. But mostly everything I'm building is over Zoom, right?
Right. Yeah, Zoom crashed here when the schools took off here the other day. I was like, hopefully we'll be good to go for Tuesday. So that's good. Now, Peter, the thing that really stood out to me is you made it to director before I did. And so I've recruited now 200 frontline people. I think you've only recruited 18 people. So this is what we're going to talk about, guys, how to really structure this binary compensation plan, because I just kind of go guns a-blazing and put 200 people in on my front lines. Peter's done 18. Is that correct, Peter? And then you kind of built your leaders out to rank advance?
Yeah, well, yes, it is. Oh, there we go. I'm just trying to get this done for you, brother. Let me just...
Yeah, whenever you want me to change this to a screen share,
I did it twice. I'm sorry, guys. It's right there, the second one. I don't know what I did.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he put this, it looks like www.frequencytherapysolution.com here, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome to take a look at it. But I guess the biggest point here is having something simple and duplicatable for your team. Everybody on this call is a leader, I have no doubt. And if you've got something that you can, teach people to do simple steps, then even Aunt Tilly can do it. And that's important. I did bring in some good people. I do like to bring in strong people initially. Obviously, you shake the tree and you want to bring in the best you can. That's probably a lot of what happened in my business, but I also had all that volume and that community leg. But we're going to talk about what I did in a very clever way. Could I tell you that I'm so amazing that I knew I was going to rank up 7? No, I did not. I didn't know what was going to happen, brother. But it happened. Yeah. So you and I have a similar style. I just go out and make a big mess. I make my upline Max help me clean it up as I go.
Yeah.
And then when I'm on the beach with the money in my bank account, I learn how the comp plan works. And that seems a little crazy. And I'm going to welcome everybody today to go to your back office and download the company's compensation plan, because it'll give you all the details on everything that you get.
Man, that's awesome. I really like how you described the binary compensation plan. I think it's going to be a way that people can easily describe it instead of just saying binary compensation plan. Okay, so we talked about recruiting techniques. What about social style training in the personalities thing that we were discussing earlier on, TR Peter?
Sounds like you got coached earlier.
Yeah, I'm always open and receptive to information from great people like you.
Okay, let's do this. Can I share my screen?
Yes, let me go ahead and change that over 1 second, please.
Oops, okay.
And there you go. You are now in control.
Okay, what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm all teed up, is I want to talk a little bit about, we're going to get to the where the rubber meets the road here. And this is what I call basic 101 nuts and bolts for the binary. We're not going to focus on all the specs and details and corporate doctrine. It's all awesome stuff, and is what makes a company work. But we're going to talk about how you make that approach to the informed and uninformed about the Healy. And the first most important thing I want everybody to know you want to do, if you guys have a pencil and paper, I'd write it down. And now I've had some people in the past say, gee, why don't you make a nice PowerPoint presentation? We can slide. No. I'm going to make people go to work and write stuff down because you'll remember it better. The other good news is that Ryan will have this recorded so you guys can pass this out to people as well. So we do have it documented, Ryan, right?
Of course.
Okay. First thing I teach people to do is you got to do 3 things, Bob. You got to create a business center. Now, in this case, in our company, right now, you can create a business center for absolutely free. That's the first thing you want to do. Now, you can do like I did, and you can sit back for 6-7 months and just kind of look at it, okay? But then once you ignite and ready to roll, then off you go. Next thing you want to do is qualify that center. Qualifying that business center is buying a product from the company. That would be anything from $470 Healy all the way up to the 2,500 Resonance, or it could even be, I don't know where it is, the watch. Could be the watch. That's a product. That will qualify the business center. Then the last thing that you need to do is you need to, I'm going to try to do this timing here. You need to, this is you need to activate that business center. That means getting 2 people to do exactly the same thing as you do. When you do those 3 steps, it turns the lights on in your little store, computer sees it, and you're ready to start making money, residual money in the binary. Now, I'm not going to discuss Fast Track. You guys are all familiar with Fast Track, and that's your weekly money, pay new years every 2 weeks. But this is about getting that residual check. In fact, Ryan, just to give you an example, everybody, again, not to impress anybody, but to show you how powerful, I made a middle 5-figure maybe. Who's this coming in? Oh, you got somebody coming in on your end, I guess. Should I admit him? Yeah.
Admit everyone, please. Hey, Peter, I'm listening to this. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Please continue, okay?
No problem. And so for May, I only sold no Heelys. So the residual check that I got for May was from the residual in the organization. So yes, selling the product is important, and it's definitely, when you're getting started, it's a terrific thing to start to make money very quickly. But once you get things up and running and you go into what's more management mode, you don't even have to sell product and you're making an income. So everyone on this call, I'm sure, is very familiar with that. So create, qualify, activate. Those are the buzzwords I teach people. They can go at any pace that they want to go through this step. I'll have people that'll take a position and then they'll sit there for a while. Other people will create and qualify, and then I've got to work with them to help them activate it by putting, person A in and person B in. That's the minimum performance threshold necessary in this comp plan. Now, the way that I teach this is I call these communities. When I came in to a community with Max, make believe this is Max, I took a spot somewhere down, probably way down in here with him, but I took a spot in a shared community, which means I end up getting spillover. I don't call it a power leg, none of that, because you have two power legs, guys. You're a powerful person, and you've got two power legs. It's just a matter of time when they both go full power. That makes sense. That's the right mindset they have. So I took a spot, and I watched this community grow and grow and grow, right? I told you that earlier. It grew and grew and grew, and that got me. Now, I have a thing called a river here. The river runs through it. This river separates this shared community that where I inherited about 1,000 people in here, Ryan, or more. But the way our comp plan works is that's terrific for me to receive that, but we don't get paid that 15%. And everybody already knows this. You don't get paid that 15% commission unless I develop the other village, the other community. So I got this teed up in my program before we opened the USA, so that when we did open, off my business went. So what you do is you do that, and then you start to develop this. There's another one coming in. I get them. And you continue to develop the business, 2 teams. So this will grow. As you develop this will grow. Now, interestingly, in my organization, guys, this was my dominant volume leg that I inherited so much activity from. And within 5 weeks, this has become my minor leg. And now my USA team is my dominant leg. Kind of interesting, a little bit different, which means where do I have to go to work personally? Is I have to develop more people in this village over here. So that's kind of what I teach in terms of the 2 communities, and just separated by this river that runs through it. Now, I'm going to talk about, we're not doing Q&A, so it doesn't matter. So everyone kind of gets it. This is really basic, but it shows you. Now, I will address this. Well, where do you place team members? That's always a question I get from people. And why do I place them there? And there are a number of different strategies. And by the way, guys, everyone on the call, I'm going to assume you know how to build.
Could you please mute out Chadwick Gatterson?
Okay, good, man. I'm happy. All right.
Go ahead and mute him out, please. Just click on that. Okay. Chad, if you can mute out, please. Chad, can you please mute out? Peter, do you see how to do that?
Oh, me.
There we go.
Somebody muted Chad.
Okay, we're good. Thank you. He did. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay, good. So I'll get a lot of people to ask the question, where do you place team members and why do I place them? And there's a lot of different dynamics. Probably the success of my volume and my pay and my rank up was strategically placing people the right way in the organization. Now, there are different philosophies on how many to place on this side versus this side, but I can tell you that there's no fast rule, because if you brought in Powerhouse Networker A and Powerhouse Networker B, is it smarter for me to put A and B stacked on one side, or should I split them up? Pretty obvious answer. Sometimes you'll place people just some specifics that you need to develop a side of your business. So as an example, I've got my right team is my USA team, just to show you, and it's exploded, and now it's up to me, if I want to increase my income, to go over and continue to develop more leaders. I'm going to bring in US leaders because that's my circle of influences over on this side. And so that's my reasoning now in my organization. But initially, you're going to put one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right. They go outside, right, outside, left. Now they keep it very simple, and everyone's got to build on their other organization or on their other team. And so with this, the strategy is you want to try to, if you can, you want to try to balance your business the best that you can. Now, for whatever crazy reason, Ryan, I've only had this happen twice in my career, back in the travel adventure company.
Yeah.
Perfect. In Healy. Just amazing. Now it got lopsided in the volume. In other words, I earned the volume off of that biggest leg.
Wait, Peter, what did you say happened in that? What happened?
Well, I mean, we want to try to teach people to try to have as balanced
Right.
organization in the both villages as you can.
Is that what you're saying? You're actually keeping that really balanced? Because I got a way lopsided leg.
No, now I'm lopsided again because I sucked all the, I mean, I'm keeping it real straight up, guys. I sucked all the money off of the side.
Right.
Okay. So now, the work, the personal work that I'm doing on my business, guys, over and above and separate from which means I'm recruiting again, developing new leaders, is on, in my case, is on this side, because this is now over, the USA team over here has overpowered this team, my European team. Now, I will say, if I can we can get Carson at some point to allow us to have access to the email addresses of about 1,000 to 1,500 Europeans that I have over here.
Right.
I'd love to say hi to them.
Yeah.
So we can inspire them. Because what you are going to find is you're going to have a lot of people that do nothing. You're going to have a lot of people that are one-sided or one-legged, Ryan, as you just discussed. That gal has 2.5 million.
Uh-huh.
And all you want to do is you want to inspire and hopefully help people do something. Now, in the mix of all of that, you want to be identifying, this is old school training, but it's awesome stuff, guys. Social styles. Anybody familiar with social styles? It's personality types. And I'm going to tell you, you need all 4 of these in your business, and you will have all 4 of these in your business. And this is an awesome training. Driver personalities are the animal, the lion. They're the, hey, Ryan, if you know what you're doing, great, I'll follow you. But I'm telling you right now, if you slip up, bro, get out of the way. I'm going ahead. That's that energy. And they're great guys. Sometimes guys and gals, they can be sometimes difficult, but they get it done. So driver personalities are really exciting to have in your business. If you want to start talking about, I'm an expressive, the party that's coming up at the conference next week, I don't want to talk about that. I'm busy over here crushing it. Oh, okay. So they're not so much on the party. They're not so much hearing about your red, shiny new car. For me, the means to an end for me is lifestyle. My kids are raised, and I travel. Ryan, like you, I travel. I love to travel. So that's my motivation, is to travel and bank money and help people and do it as we go down the road. For many of you on the call, I'm sure most of you, if you haven't traveled internationally, this is a business you can build anywhere in the world. I wear this all the time, like probably Ryan does. Why do I wear this around my neck wherever I go?
It's a conversation piece.
What's that? Exactly.
Hey, Peter, is there anyone else that needs to be let in the group? Can you keep up with that since you're admin? Is there anyone else that needs to be accepted?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I can't see that.
Thank you, bro.
Cool. Go ahead.
Wow.
I mean, we're there chilling.
It's all good.
Go ahead.
Good.
Hey, welcome, everyone. Go ahead. All right, so did we touch base on analyticals? Are we amiable?
Yeah, so the next group, so driver personalities is that lion, is that they're ferocious, they're leaders, they make stuff happen. And a driver expressive person will be someone that's open to hearing what you have to say and follow what you do. Expressives, again, are they want to have the fun. They want to make things happen. They're very animated. They love people, and they're willing to go out there and be the Pied Piper for sure with people. Analyticals are awesome. I love analytical. I'm not analytical, but analytical I can see from a mile away, and they literally they want to know. Listen, brother. I'm not making a move until I got all the documentation. I need all the papers. I need all of them, whether it's online or what. I'm going to read it all. So, and what do you do? Now, what you do with these people is you mirror and you match their energy. So if I have an analytical, I will load them up with the metaphorical documentation they need to read it. And their response is, you're awesome, man. You understand me, and I like that. I'm going to look into this. In fact, you're probably a lot like me. Oh, I can be, but not so much. So analyticals are very, very important, because once an analytical gets through all the documentation, it's over with. In fact, I got a gentleman that he's on my team. He was on YouTube. He's looking at everything. I don't know how he came to Healy. He stumbled over it, and then he saw my YouTube channel, and he saw my trainings, and he said, hi, you don't know me. I'm a networker, but I want to sign up with you. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, I like your trainings, and I like your style. Okay. Yeah, so he's analytical.
Yeah,
cool guy.
You doctors would fall into that, like we spoke to a chiropractor.
Yes, sir.
They want to see the hardcore science studies.
That's right. And boy do we have it. So
Right.
it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little taste of that with Marcus on there doing dissertation on that landing page as well. Just a nice chunk.
Okay, you should check it out.
And amiables are beautiful people. They're very gentle. They're very soft, easygoing. And gee, Ryan, I don't know. Maybe would you help me with this if I build this, Ryan? Sure, I'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
He introduced me. The nice thing is all of these people bring all of the other social styles with them. So we never know who's going to bring in who in this business. So having that nice mix of personalities is really important. It's very powerful. How are we doing on time, brother?
We're doing totally fine. We're doing good. We're 30 minutes into this. Go for 45 minutes an hour. Totally cool.
Okay. Again, it's real basic. Where to place team. Okay.
Hey, we got the placement down. What about just kind of moving up the ranks? Can you touch base on that, like identifying your leaders and talk about, as you move up from the different ranks? Can you touch base on that?
Well, I think the best way that I can say this is a rule of thumb for me is if, and I've got so many people calling in on my phone now that are coming through other people, et cetera. My number gets passed around. I kind of work this way. For me, squeaky wheel gets a grease. So if Sue calls me or she takes a metaphorical 2 steps toward me, I'll take 6 steps toward her. Anybody that wants to work, I will work with them. Jim Rohn said a long time ago, you can't turn a 20%er into a 60%er, a 60%er into an 80%er. And if you try to carry people, remember that? You probably know Jim Rohn's training. It's very powerful. If you try to carry people in this business, you won't have fun. You won't enjoy it. So if somebody wants to work 20% of their effort in this business, you let them fall at that place, and you work with them and match that energy at the level that they want to. If you can inspire them, you can't motivate them, but if you can inspire them to do more, be more, I mean, that's our responsibility. But you always meet and you match their energy at wherever they're at. And so to that end, to answer your question, I've got, a couple dozen professional marketers that have finally seen this for what it is, and they're going full bore.
So to maximize out the comp plan, how many leaders should you identify with?
Well, that's another great question. I have identified in the binary compensation plan, this is pretty amazing, because I built numerous structures. You get ready for this, you won't even believe it. And that's why, I have 18. How can I have 18 and hit director, right?
Right.
How do you do that? 4 to 5 willing, I have it. 4 to 5, I actually have way more than 5 willing workers. I call them willing workers, whatever their background is, doesn't matter.
Really wonky.
4 to 5 willing workers in each leg.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're working with them and their core leadership, it's over with.
Is that direct?
It's over with.
Hey, Peter, do you have more screen share that you want to show? You want to turn this back to where you can see everyone here? You want to send it back to me, or do you want to do more?
Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, thank you. Good idea.
Go ahead, just you can click. There you go. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, good.
Excellent. Gosh.
Yeah, 4 to 5 willing workers in each leg is it's game over. So it's identifying the 4 to 5. It could be 8. It could be, it's been, as a rule of thumb, 4 to 5 people just crushing this thing in 2 teams, and your volume is just consistent. In a binary, your check will go up and it'll go down. It'll pulse a little bit each week as it continues to go up, go up, go up. Am I right, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm blown away. I actually keep a notepad where I track my my volume and how many points I have, my left, right leg, and how many people I have, so I can see my business growing. Everyone should understand what their business is doing, because that'll determine how much effort you should put into it. So,
sure.
Yeah. Okay, so when you're talking about 4 or 5 great leaders, is that personally direct to you, or is it identifying people that have been brought in by your others?
Direct or indirect?
Direct and indirect.
The exciting thing is it could be direct or indirect. So literally, when you hear the president, binaries are great. You only need to sponsor 1 on the left and 1 on the right, and you can get rich. Well, not really. But if you brought in 1 good person on the left and 1 good person on the right, and then they bring in a few that bring in a few others that bring in, your 4 to 5 could be sprinkled down there somewhere in your organization. It's over with.
That's good. But what about to get to the, what is the highest rank in the company? Is it senior, what is it, president?
I think it's senior president. Yeah.
So to get to that rank, what is your game plan moving forward to director to get to the next level?
Well, right now my goal is to get 2 directors underneath me, which will take me to senior director.
Okay, that's all it takes to get to the highest rank is getting 2 directors underneath you. That simple. Okay.
Well, you got to have 2 underneath you. In other words, you want to bring the chart up, you can, because again, I don't drill down on the comp plan sheet, but in there, it's pretty easy. You just have to have one of each of the lower rank pushes you to the next rank, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So Peter, living the lifestyle over at Healy, how is your day? How do you go about your day? I've got my routine down that works out really good for me. I go get grounded. I do my exercise in the sun. I take phone calls here, in a beautiful place. How's your day? How do you build your business? What's your schedule like working this business?
Right now I'm probably 80, but I'm going to say it was about 80% in what I call management mode, where I'm taking calls and I'm working with people. I'm doing 3-way calls or doing Zoom call breakouts. But I'm also back recruiting mode. I'm reaching out into my, my database here, trying to get some folks. I find it very fascinating. Some of my old colleagues that they've been in and out of businesses with me. I actually do better with complete strangers than I do with some of my old friends. I find that interesting. I don't know why, because the numbers are there with the company and they're structured. But I will tell you something else that's exciting though. Is the longer Healy continues to perform and the longer we all stay in the game, miracles continue to happen in your business. People fall into your business. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I've noticed a karma side to building Healy, like in meditation, the messages come to me, just focus on building Healy and you'll be rewarded. So I've had a very deep spiritual connection.
Well,
done for me.
Yeah, and I'm getting really good in terms of doing the resonance coaching with people on the unit. Max did a resonance scan with chakra and all that on me back in Barcelona.
Yeah.
I must have been half asleep because when I got back to the States 3 months later, I started doing it. And I got excited and called him. He just laughs and shakes his head. So you've got to. So I'm a slow learner on the product, but I'm watching the results of the product both on myself, what it's done for me and my health, and what it's been doing for people around me. And I've even got a gal on board. She's a massage therapist, and she taught me how to do remote. The remote. And she says it's super accurate when you do a remote
analysis.
What do we call it?
Analysis. Scan analysis.
Scan analysis on people. Yeah.
Well,
So I do my morning started about 6:30. Oops, got another one. And how come I'm clicking it now? I don't have the keys.
Oh, are you accepting people? Let me see.
It's okay.
Yeah, you got to change me to host, Peter, up there in the upper right-hand corner. Just click on my name and then just click on more right there and turn it over to me for host. Okay. We're going to get to answering some of you guys' questions about the compensation plan. We want to make sure, so you all heard, find 4 or 5 people, direct or indirect right there. Work with those people. I think it's really important to keep a list of those people next to you, put the at your desk or, on your wall next to you and really hyper focus on those people. So every day you can see where your focus needs to be. I've got some great leadership going on board. And Peter, when do you think you're going to hit senior director? What's your goal there from where you're at right now? Because Carson, these guys are making multiple 6 figures a month from what I understand.
Yeah, they are. Right now I'm on track. We had a little bit of a slowdown for, I think everybody probably felt it for August. For July.
Yeah. That's kind of normal in the industry, though, when we got the thing going on.
August is going to be a great month. I'm probably going to be no later than October or November. I will hit senior director. I might even go up 2 ranks based on my strategy right now.
That's badass, bro. That's awesome.
Go ahead.
I didn't know all the spiffs that you get. I'm so close to the verge of being director right now, but you want to go over what you get? Because I'm like other business centers above you, your car allowance. What else you get there?
Yeah, just the other day I was doing it. I had somebody ask me to help them go through the compensation plan. Guys, I'm just trying to keep it real. I went through and saw when I was going through all the different rank ups. And when I got to director, because when I hit director, people, oh man, congratulations. I got calls and it was a big deal. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just busy working. I could not believe when you hit director, guys, the perks you get. Yeah, I got a car bonus, $500 a month. And you get a $3,500 achievement check. And yeah, I didn't know all that.
What about the other positions? You also get 2 additional positions from what I understand above your power line. How's that work exactly?
Oh, the way that works, well, yeah, okay, I don't have the way that works is they literally, I'll just do it this way. You got your spot, you got your 2 legs building down. They'll literally insert them underneath. And all the volume that you have on your outside left and volume on your outside right will bank on those number 2 and number 3. And then you just build the 2 insides and you're triple dipping.
And that's from the very moment that you actually get that rank right there. So the volume starts right there.
Yeah. I mean, if you have, 200,000 in volume on this side at that time and a million on the other side, then that exact volume will flood through that spot. Mm-hmm.
Okay, just starting off right there. It won't, when you get that new position, it's not going to show immediately that you have what the other one above you has, correct? It's going to be fresh starting at 0 and everything accumulative after that, correct?
Well, it'll,
sure.
I don't know if,
So Peter, so with, as far as like, taxes and stuff like this, you mean you have 3 business centers, it's all in your name, or do you end up putting those in someone else's name, or, and you start focusing?
No, it's going to be, it's going to be Ryan 1, Ryan 2, Ryan 3. They're all connected to your wallet.
So are you now then focused, now that you have those 2 additional positions, are you focused on building those inside legs of those? Or
I don't see them inserted yet. I mean, I don't see that they're inserted, and I don't know if directors are ranked that they insert those, brother. Do they?
That I've heard that from Sarah Rodriguez and stuff, so I hope that's the case.
Well, I'll get with Sarah on that, because no, I don't see those 2 spots inserted in my organization at this time. Okay. And to be honest with you, when they do, it'll be awesome, but I don't see it at this time. There'll be much to do. I think everybody on the phone can appreciate it's great to have those 2 other positions and you got those 2 inside legs to build. But right now, I got a fiduciary duty for the people I sponsored on my left team, leaders, to develop them. And same on, I got a lot of work to do on both of my teams.
Yeah, because it still comes down to getting those people even ranked up more and stuff like that. So
yeah, I mean,
after you hit senior director, then you start building those suckers out like that.
Sure.
I think, Peter, unless there's anything else, I think we should open this up for some questions. How's that sound?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll do my best.
All right, you guys got the opportunity right now to speak to someone that has become director in 30 days, making $40,000 a month. That's quite amazing. I'm very happy for you, Peter. Who has a question first?
I have 1 or 2. Bernice here.
Hi, Bernice.
Hey, thank you so very much for your presentation. It's been awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I have 2 questions. One is you talked about inheriting a leg or a bunch of people. You went in and I guess you observed the leg for a while, and then you chose where to be. That's a little confusing for me on how that works. And I also don't understand how the upline's leg and spillover affects our commission.
I'm going to share the screen. I can answer that for you. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, you need to let me have that back, brother, and I'll show this to you. It's a visual thing. It's going to be more powerful if I show it to you that way. You will lift the veil of mystery here for you, Bernice, in 1 second.
Thank you.
Okay, so what happens is, let's talk about Max, who's my upline, okay? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And, now I'm going to put you in, man. You're up close to me. Who knows where I am, Bernice? I could be down here at 10 levels from who he's brought in here, right?
Yes.
But we don't care about that. So let's say that he put me in and I stuck right there.
Okay.
Now, this is really important to get this. There's Peter. And I don't know what's going on here. It's none of my business. That's his other business. So here I am. It's all about me. Let's talk about me for a while. anyhow, I'm sitting there staring at this thing for about 4 or 5. I'm being real upfront with everybody. 4, 5, 6 months. I didn't come out of the gate fast, but when I did come out, I got it done. So well, if you look at Max's outside left, where's the next person Max can put his next personally sponsored person?
Underneath you, left.
You see that, Bernice?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm directing it to you, but everybody else will learn from it. The
Okay.
next person Max is personally sponsoring right now. Boy, he's a sponsoring machine. The next one, he can't put it over here. He can't put it there, can he?
No.
He could put it over here, but this is a huge leg for him. I already knew that. Big leg.
Right.
The next person he can put up, and then he does another one an hour later, and then another one, and then he gets this person excited and he puts one in. Now, how many have I done so far?
One. Oh, I thought you said
0. Max
Okay.
sponsored this person, and then this person, and then John sponsored, this guy John sponsored one down here.
Okay.
And it just went on and on and on, thousands of people just all flooding in. And how much work have I done so far?
None.
You see that?
Yes.
Now, what was the other part of your question? Or
Well,
was that the-
no, I understand that. I was just, when we first started, they talked about knowing where your upline's leg is, or what side
W.
you're on of your upline. And so I didn't know what that meant or what to do with that.
Yeah.
So
You're in a community village, you're in a shared village, your upline's straight above you. The only place all of you can put anybody on the left is the outside left, including you. The minute I put somebody in over here, see if I put in somebody here, I'm halfway qualified, aren't I?
right.
Now, who's going to spill people into this business? Nobody. I'm the CEO director of this village. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. See?
Right.
Me.
Okay.
Me. But if I'm good and I got good people, then they start bringing in people. And that's exactly what happened with my team in USA. It turned into 6,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe I should, I don't know if anybody, go ahead. Anybody else? Or?
Yeah, let's go ahead and open it up.
I have something.
Go ahead. Okay, hi.
Hi, this is Dr. K. Do you, in order to build up to the next rank, do you give some of your new contacts? Do you have your downline sponsor them where you might need them so they can make director and then you make senior director?
That's an interesting question. Do I give away personally sponsored people? Is that really the question?
That's really the question, yes.
Okay, well, that goes to this, where to place people and why. I'll be honest with you, as a business person, and I think you could appreciate this, because you get a 10% match on their,
Front line.
and then you get 5% on the second level?
Yeah.
If you've got a superstar, if you've got Ryan, if you sponsor a Ryan Conley, should you give him away to somebody else to take the 10% or should you keep it?
Keep him, for sure.
Well, keep him, of course.
I'm a keeper.
It's just
Those
it's
are
just-
the lions. You recognize the lions. You keep the lions for yourself. But if they're struggling getting people underneath them on certain legs, and you know you just need volume for that month, and that person's really not going to do much, do you let somebody that you know, if you have that placement with that volume, then it's going to help you get for that month, because every single month things can change.
No, you're right. And so if you have an amiable that you brought on board and you had this person ride along with you to help close a person that you might know, might you give that person the sponsorship, right? An amiable personality.
Yes.
It's a total personal call. It's up to you. You know, it's kind of like the binary is you build two teams and everyone else has got to build two teams. But I have some people that say, well, I'll get in, but I want you to build both my legs for me. Well, I don't run a welfare program. How can I do that? I mean, you have to kind of, it just depends on the relationship. If you've got this amiable person or any of these other personality types, they kind of have an affinity to that person you're bringing in, then yes, give it away. In other words, if I know Joe and you know Joe and I'm working with you, you're going to sponsor Joe every time, as far as I'm concerned. Right. Does that make sense?
Okay, thanks. It does. Thanks.
Very nice. That's awesome. Okay, Peter, you want to turn it back to Maya here for host? Okay, awesome. Let me see. Who else has any questions? It looks like Jude. Hey, Jude, been a while.
Yeah. So, okay, our discussion previous about giving someone away and putting them under someone who needs, you know, some people underneath them. Bottom line, isn't it the sponsor's responsibility to train that person and make them work, etc.? So if you just give someone away and then they, you know, like months later get it, and so now, bottom line, you've given all the money to someone else.
Yes, biblical teaching. Better to teach a person to fish than to give them a fish. Yeah, this is called networking, not net wishing. Anybody that doesn't like people and doesn't want to do the heavy lifting, I don't even think it's heavy lifting. It's just having a level of enthusiasm and contagious excitement for helping people learn how to do this business. That's what this business is about, teaching. This is not a selling, let me get you a vacuum cleaner. It's not what this is. This is teaching people. The best people that I have in my business are women that are coaches and teachers. Amazing.
Yeah, they're all about education, yeah, and applying it. Looks like Gila has a question there, please, Gila.
Yes, my question is, where in the back office can you see what spillover you have or what other people underneath you have been doing? All I see is what I've personally done in my back office under binary.
It'd be under binary. Yeah, no, it shows you all the activity underneath. But Ryan, how do you want to handle that? Do you want to show? I'm all about showing people stuff, but how do you want to do it?
Well, I think we can describe it here, no problem. You just go in the back office, you go under the team right there. What is the wording, Peter? Can you see it on your screen there? Just kind of verbally walking through it.
I think it's where you go to binary. I know it's binary genealogy, and you'll actually see your tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see under binary, I am able to see everything that I've did. So like I've personally signed up 51 people in 2 weeks, but then I don't see, I had one person tell me that they had signed somebody up that they had purchased a Healy, and I don't see that anywhere. So it's not under binary.
Let me help you. I mean, the only way I can do it is to see it. If you guys give me a second, I'll tell you exactly what, unless someone else is faster than me.
Peter, I can hand it back over to you if you like.
Maybe that person is sitting in unplaced partners. If they have not yet placed the person, then you won't see them in the tree.
That is true. They do have to be placed in the tree. Is everybody placing their people in a timely manner, left team or right team?
Yeah, and that's really important to do, Peter, before they purchase, right? I always have them create a free account, and then, or else it will, from what I understand, it will automatically place them, correct, on the weaker leg?
Yes. Well, once they make a purchase, it'll automatically push them to the left.
Yes. Okay. I have a question. I've never signed someone up as a customer because why would you? Do you ever sign people up as customers?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this question, and if someone can, you guys are all leaders. If someone can tell me I'm missing something, can somebody tell me where there is a button on my front page of my corporate site that's they can truly push a button, order as a customer, and I get credit for it? I don't think so yet. So what I do is this, Bob, You have an Amazon account, right? Yeah. And you have like a back office, you can manage your stuff, and you signed up and all that. It's kind of like that. We're going to just give you a spot. I know you just want to be a customer, but I'm going to tell you, my crystal ball is pretty cloudy usually, but it's very clear in the following statement. Up the road, when you see the results of what this product, you're going to have people that want one, and you're going to thank me later that you're positioned so you can get the referral commission. Okay. So right now I'm bringing everybody on board. They're being positioned, whether they're a customer or not. I will tell everybody on the call that as soon as I see there's a place where I can truly have people I can do social media marketing, and they can just go push a button and order the product without me being completely hands off, and I get credit volume down in my organization, it'll be awesome. But I don't see that yet. Any thoughts? Ryan, do you see it?
No.
If I can speak to that.
I think we will have it, guys. Sorry?
If I can speak to that, I was just told by my upline that it came down from Healy that they wanted us to do customers. And I know that there is an MLM that was recently put into a class action lawsuit because they didn't have enough customers. And there is a link in your back office that you can send them a link and it makes them a customer.
I've never done that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Is this Linda talking?
It is.
I appreciate that. I'm going to do something real quick because you really got my attention. I'm going to do it, and maybe, I don't know if I got my screen.
We actually just had a training on it yesterday because we were told it was such a big deal. And in 2019, there is an MLM that is in a class action lawsuit.
No, and I know, and I had 35 years in the, and I'm 35 years in the industry, and it's always the mantra of the the Federal Trade Commission, blah, blah, blah. And it's important. I'm not saying it's not important. And I do want to see that we have an easy way to do that. But my upline didn't train me on how to do that. But I'm listening to what you're saying, and I think it'd be awesome because I love to get customers. There are some people that just want to buy Healy and not be bothered at all with the rest of it. And it's a huge market.
Hey, Ryan or Peter.
But
I've signed up people I went through the process of signing up people as a customer when Gayla and I were trying to figure out how to do that. And I've signed up someone from the back office as a customer going through the back office because there's buttons there that say become a customer. And so if I go through the back office, then as I recall, I had to go through the shop. And then when I went to the shop, it took me to the Healy page and I just hit on there, become a customer. And you just sign someone up from that position. And so it's better that you sign up the customer. So you can do it from the back office. If you go from the front on the landing page.
That doesn't work.
Well, you hit become a customer. And when you go through the process, you will find after you go through a certain point, it's going to ask that person, just like if it was anyone, Joe Blow signing up. Well, when they go through that process, they're going to ask them, Healy will ask them if they have a sponsor. And so, or did someone send you there or whatever, or are you working with someone? And so you just need to keep control of it. And you either sign them up from the landing page or from your back office. And so I just go by, if the person doesn't want to be a distributor and they just want to sign up as a customer, then sign them up as a customer, but you sign them up. But Healy will not, Healy doesn't automatically, I'm sorry, go ahead, Peter.
Well, which is what you want to do because you want to be able to make sure you get the credit. That's all I'm saying, Lynn, is if I bring in nine customers, I want to make sure I'm getting the volume credit and the fast start commission credit. And guys, I've been around this I'm not seeing it yet. It's got to be simple. So I'll talk to Karsten about that, and I'll let Karsten train me on the easy peasy sign up as a customer thing.
You can find the link under my tools,
Okay.
my links,
Okay.
And then there's links to shop. And of course you want the one in English, assumably.
Sure. Well, I'm literally looking now, and I know probably this isn't makes for much of a broadcast, brother, but this stuff's important. And I mean, this is important enough right now that if we can solve this while we're on this call and it's being recorded, that's huge. So Linda, you're teaching me now. I'm teachable. So I'm going to go to my tools, my links. Okay. Okay. Shop. I don't want that. Do I? No.
Yes, I can help you. I just did this for somebody yesterday.
Okay. There's a link. Now, do I give you the, now, let's say you're shopping. Do I give you the link?
That is the way this is designed, is my understanding. That's what we were trained yesterday.
So I'm going to do something just real quick, guys, if you bear with me. I wish you could see what I'm doing. Let me, probably should see what I'm doing. Anyhow, I'm emailing, from one of my other guys, I'm emailing myself a link, like I'm going to buy something from one of my reps. Okay. So now I'm going to email myself. I make him believe I'm him. That's, who's your upline, Linda?
Lisa Lithian. I can't say her last name.
Well, welcome to my team.
There you go. Dr. L is my immediate upline. Dr. L is my immediate upline. And then you, and then Anne-Marie, and then
I talk to
Lisa.
her all the time.
Yeah. Dr. L's
Okay,
amazing.
so now I'm clicking on Healy.shop DE partner. Oh, you wanted me to do English. Oh.
So the DE is Dutch, there's English European, and then there's English US.
Okay, I hear you, and I'm gonna go work on this. Thank you very much.
So in the training yesterday on signing people up as the importance of signing people up as customers, did they differentiate between somebody that actually purchased a Healy and doesn't want to have a downline and a customer that doesn't purchase or that purchases something? In other words, the whole purpose of having more than just somebody that's not considered a customer is because you want to have an item that's being sold, that is a product that's being purchased. And since they are purchasing a device and not wanting to have a download, my understanding is that's different than somebody just signing up so that they can form a downline without purchasing something.
Except that doesn't do anything. You don't make any money by just being positioned that way. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Now, the only issue that I have with this, and I'm glad we're having this discussion, is it seems like Ryan, I need you to jump in here, and you're a seasoned pro. The price point for me buying as a customer is exactly the same price as me buying as a rep.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think
if I'm a customer, shouldn't it be like 26 or 20 something more? You know, it should be a little bit higher as a customer than the value of being a rep.
I think that's, I mean, why wouldn't someone want to be a rep anyways? I just don't get it, but I agree with you. I think we should bring that to their attention. I do have another question. Is it okay to ask a question now, or are we in the middle of answering her question?
No, go ahead. Welcome aboard.
So, okay, so free members, from what I understand, a free member can actually sell the device and earn a commission. Isn't that correct? Okay.
Correct.
So where is the line drawn on how deep they can go in the compensation plan? Can they get a check match? Can they get the binary? Or is it just only on the front line sales?
What, when you a free sign up?
A person that's free, if they go ahead and sell a device, they're getting the full commission that upfront that we would get as an owner of a device.
That's right.
Okay.
Correct.
So how much more depth can they pull? Are they entitled to?
They go all the way to infinity. I mean, I'm proof of that. I signed up for free. I sat there for 6 months, didn't do anything. Right. And then when I got busy, I created, qualified, and activated, and then I started building. And I ranked up and all of that stuff. So I, as a networker, as a business person, we go, why wouldn't you take the free position if it was free? Now, I can see the pushback, guys. Linda, I can see the pushback. If it's $49 to take the spot, Bob.
Yeah, right.
And, huh?
I don't like it. I like the free thing. It's really nice.
Yeah, because then what would happen is if it's 40, now I'm pushing him to get in for the 49, but I don't want to be in the club for 49. I just want to buy a product. I can see the pushback there. But I don't get any pushback from anybody because it's about me teaching them. I'm getting you an affiliate account. Do with it what you want, Bob. Buy the unit, use it, enjoy it. Don't tell a soul. Be a secret agent. Don't do your thing.
Okay, so Peter, are you saying then a person is entitled to the full entire compensation plan in the United States, even if they don't own a device? They're getting the check matches. They're getting the check matches. They're getting.
Well, they're entitled to the Fast Start Commission.
But that's all. It's just the Fast Start Commission.
Have you guys seen the modification to the compensation plan where the member who signed up the customer is the one who gets all of the commission? And I think the first amount you get, and don't hold me to this, on a customer sale is 50%. And then the next time that they sell something, then you'll get some commission. And at some point they will go into those points, or that volume will go into the compensation structure. But before that, it's not. And so you need to look at and it's really clear, but you have to look, the place to look for that modification is in the presentation, the document called Presentation Product, Company Product and Compensation Plan, because when I looked in there, they had not modified the compensation plan itself to match the presentation. And so it's been modified. And I thought, going to the question in regards to our purchases, we pay the same price as everybody else, but isn't it that when we purchase something, that volume goes into our volume?
It does.
Okay, so that's how that works.
Well, we have Kevin Thompson as our network marketing attorney, correct, Ryan?
Yeah, I know him well. Yes.
And of course you do. And I think he's gone through that comp plan with a fine-tooth comb. So to that end, I'm sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. I'm just going to have to go about it differently in terms of inviting people to be a customer if they want to, because to stay on point, Linda's right. We aren't looking for trouble. We're looking for prosperity and no trouble.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, there's a whole training just on getting customers that I think has to be put. There's one for your podcast just on that.
Doesn't sound that fun.
Well, guys, I'm telling you that I checked that out because I let corporate know through Javier as well as Rick that there's a discrepancy between the compensation plan itself, which is outdated. They changed the presentation document, but they didn't change the compensation plan. And the compensation plan still has the old language unless they have modified it since last week. It has the old language. It has the new chart that matches up with the customer compensation, but the old language, and the old language gives you more compensation to the member. And so I'm just saying, if you go in there and look at it now, unless they've changed it and you compare the two documents, they aren't the same.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've actually put a ticket in regarding that, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Well, the problem is, I was telling Javier to take that to legal. They took it to marketing. And so I talked to Rick and said, this needs to go to legal because they weren't changing all the documents that were affected by the changes. Sure. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
The good news is we're all aware of it. So, yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so during the sales promotion, I want to go ahead and purchase 5 more residences. Peter, do you know if there's any, I mean, I don't see an issue with it as far as compliance, but do you promote the idea of buying multiple units through your link for yourself personally during this promotion time? Let's say I bought 5 residents direct to me and just, you know, made up an account there and made up a name or whatever, but later on I sell that device at a higher price to a potential leader that's coming in my organization. You know anything about that?
I don't like that.
Why not?
Because there's a set price for the product. I really wish, I mean, I like to do real, yeah, I like it real clean and real upfront. I never have to backpedal anything ever again. In other words, if I have Lou, who I brought in as a leader, pays $2,700, and then finds out that he could have got it for 25, whatever. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm just saying, let's say that Lou signed, I went ahead and bought a position underneath me, and I got a residence. I paid myself a $350 commission up front on that, or whatever it is. It's good for that. I get the residence for $1,500. I sell it for $2,500, but I'm giving, when Lou decides to come on board with me, I'm giving.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I apologize. On the promotion, yeah.
So I'm paying myself basically $1,000 plus the $375, making $1,375 commission, and Lou's getting the blessing, because you know how leaders, they come.
I know, but the only only caveat there is you've got to make sure that when he does that, he's also, it's not a qualifying act. It's not a qualifying order for him. So he's got to buy a watch or something to qualify.
No, not necessarily. I don't think so, because the position that I would hand over to him would already be a residence purchase right there. And then I would just send him the shipment, you know, the device.
Yeah, but how are you going to qualify it in a computer? Because he didn't buy it from his back office.
No, yes, he did, because when I went ahead and signed up a dummy position, we'll call it, underneath as a purchase.
Okay.
Link.
Okay.
I don't see wrong with that, right? Why not? I mean, right? You just can't change the username out. You can change out the full name though for the account.
Correct.
So that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. Maybe you want to implement that. I don't see an issue. That's why I'm asking you if there's a compliance issue about that. But
hey, Ryan,
invest in your business. Go ahead.
Under that scenario, how do you preserve their opportunity to earn the fast start bonus? That's the only thing.
That's the one thing that they're potentially losing out on. But you know, if they're getting a leg with a total runaway leg right there, they probably aren't going to object. You know, that's just you know, some people want the best, but others don't. So yeah, I mean, even if you look at buying yourself a 500 and getting upgraded to 1,000, you're paying yourself the $100 commission up front and getting an extra 500 if you sold that for 1,000 down the road. So 600 on a $500 purchase, not too shabby right there.
Okay, thank you.
So Ryan, also, whenever we go out, some of these, whenever like chiropractors or even the home healthcare people that are buying, do they have to sign up each individual account? They want to do 10 a month. So do they sign up as customers? If a business wants to purchase 10 a month every single month, you know, do we turn each of those? Do they have to be customers? Because I'd rather it be working legs.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend them setting up new positions right there, like I was just talking about my scenario, because from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, but if an individual buys a Healy through his back office, I don't think you're getting the upfront bonuses any longer. I wish that wasn't the case. Is that correct? Like if a person ends up buying 2 devices through their back office, you only get paid on the upfront bonus. You may get the volume, but you don't get the upfront bonus on that second purchase. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
I don't like that, but it is what it is.
So we don't get paid the $322 or whatever if we go into a business and they every month want to purchase 10. We don't get that 322 off of every single one.
I believe you get the volume, you just don't get the upfront bonus. So I would encourage you to just have them do what we're talking about, setting up these positions, dummy position I'm just referring to.
Okay.
When you say
Peter, good to know.
Heck yeah, you don't want to miss out on those bonuses right there, and they would miss out on bonuses. Most important.
And does somebody have to purchase now? Was that changed that if somebody signs up, they can't just go out and sell 3 and get 1 free? They have to purchase.
Yeah, you have to own one already. Mm-hmm.
They what?
You have to own one already. You have to own a unit and then sell 3, and you get an additional one.
When did that change?
It's always been that way.
No, because they switched that at the end of May. I remember being on a call and they said, you do not have to purchase. You can go out and sell 3 and get 1 free.
Well, it sounds like you just answered your question.
Well, I just wanted to see, because if everybody else is thinking something different, then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Well,
what I heard was
clarify
my
that
perception
question.
was different.
We'll get that let's get that answered question, Peter. Let me know. Then I'll put it when I post this in our Facebook group. We'll put that answer to that question right
Okay.
today. Okay. So we all
Okay.
So which one do you get free? What you own or what they bought?
That should go along with the question, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking it would be a gold, but I don't know.
Yes, it's a gold. If you don't buy one and you sell 3, you get a gold.
I just watched one of my team members, Healy White. She just got a notification. It was beautiful in the back office. I don't know if you guys saw it in the group, but she sold 9 devices, went from the 500. They brought her all the way up to the residence. She got that for free, then got an additional Healy also for free. So that was good to see customer service responding to this, because a lot of people are wondering when are they going to get their free upgrades or their Healy. So I think that we're going to see that getting covered. Go ahead.
And do we know how long that is going to continue?
That this special promotion like that? I haven't heard any inside of a 30-day. I don't think there's any agenda to.
There's no end, no end yet that we know of.
Let's make that not
Oh,
happen.
really?
Phenomenal way to roll for sure. Awesome. Well, we are now past an hour, 18 minutes, guys.
Wow.
Gentlemen, yeah, time flies when you're having fun. I hope you all took some great information from our presentation with Peter here. Next Tuesday, we have at 9 a.m. Pacific, we have Carson Lang. Carson's amazing, huh, Peter?
He's an awesome guy. I think you haven't met him yet, but he'll be a guy we can ask a lot of these questions.
Yeah, we'll grill the heck out of Carson. So you'll be here to kick Carson's ass on this thing.
And get everybody else to come. I'm going to come back on that call to say hi to Carson as well.
Yeah, let's really pump that up. He's amazing. And just the integrity that the leaders at the top of this company, I just have full faith in them, like people like Carson and stuff, so, and everything. So, all right, y'all. I think, how about one last question? If not, we're going to go close this up.
Say,
I have
Ryan.
a quick question.
Uh-oh.
Ryan or Peter. I'm really new in this. I'm trying to learn everything that I can. And is there a yearly membership fee that people have to pay?
Not right now. There is not. I think they're talking about having one, Peter. I would really like it if they just didn't do that. I think it's
No, so far we don't have one.
Because that's my main concern about signing somebody up and making them a member. Do I need to tell them, well, down the line, there may be a yearly fee that you have to pay, or don't tell them at all, and then all of a sudden they call me and say, I charge for a yearly fee?
If they're making money, if they do one sale in a year, it's going to be worth it. But I think hopefully Healy's making enough money where they don't do that. I think we should have a consensus with leadership to find out.
And it would be like $49 to stay active year to year is what it would be if they do. I would like to be a network marketing company that doesn't do any of that. I'm like Ryan. No sign up.
Investing is kind of old school. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, and I know we just lost Linda, I think, but which will address that. Where companies get in trouble is you got to buy a kit, LRA. I don't want a kit, Peter. No, we need to get a kit, and then what's a kit? You know, that's created a lot of problem with the Federal Trade Commission. The kit.
Okay.
People should buy your product without a kit. So we don't have a kit.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, this has been awesome. I've just learned so much today. Just really a lot. I love it. I was afraid that I was going to get into this.
On the call.
Pardon?
I mean, I personally appreciate you coming on the call already, because you're who I'm trying to reach. I mean, there's a lot of seasoned networkers on here and all that, but it's people like you that I love to be able to. I mean, you become tomorrow's superstar, change your life on a number of different levels. If you got it, just a few of the basics to be able to build.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was afraid to come on the call because I was afraid it was just going to be rah, go out and sell. And that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted information.
What do we learn today? We don't sell, do we? We teach.
Yep, it's wonderful. Thank you so much.
I
love it. Thank you.
My favorite spiritual people on our team here, Lisa Marie. I would love to close this up just with a positive intention, meditation, prayer, Lisa, about helping us get this, all of us get this in the hands of two people. In closing, if you have some words to say. Let's see if you could unmute, and then we'll wrap this up. Everyone, Lisa's amazing.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Lisa Marie, Shakti Ma. So yeah, why don't we all just close our eyes for just a moment and start by just taking a couple of nice deep breaths. Bringing our awareness to our physical bodies first and foremost. Taking a moment to say hello to ourselves. And then by using your breath, drop your awareness, your focus down into your heart. The space of love, the space of the self, the space of infinite intelligence, infinite awareness, love, light, and infinite abundance. So just take a breath or two at your heart space. And a beautiful place to always begin with any intention is through gratitude. Gratitude for this amazing device that we all not only own, but get to be a part of. A device that is truly here to change people's lives. Really bring in your gratitude for the device, for the company, for the beautiful minds and souls that are behind the technology and the creation. Feel your gratitude and your love for and towards them. Breathe with that space. Breathe with that gratitude. Now even ask for it to expand more. You can literally tell your heart space, increase the intensity of the gratitude. How much gratitude can you feel and experience right now in this very moment? Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for your life, gratitude for this very moment where we're sitting here connected via our hearts. And from this space, where we are humbly dropped upon our knees, in gratitude and love, you can envision, picture these two sails that we're calling in right now. Picture them happening, continuously containing your awareness within your heart. Picture you signing up somebody, their enthusiasm, their excitement for how this device is going to change their life. Your thrill, your love that you're bringing an opportunity directly to them for their physical, mental, spiritual, and financial well-being. Feel the energy of the exchange, of the opportunity. Do the same thing with the second one. See a second exchange, a second opportunity, second space of excitement, joy, love, and sharing. Never underestimate the power of gratitude, the power of the heart space. And so it is.
And so it is. Awesome, everyone. Oh, got shivers down by sweet.
That was
Thank you.
great. Thank you. That was fabulous. Thank you, Lisa.
That was
You're
great.
so welcome.
Thank you. Awesome.
You guys should probably get a few sales there. Lisa,
I'm so ready to take
your
over the
website down
world.
below if anyone that wants to connect with Lisa for some fun spiritual.
Will do.
Yes. So wonderful.
Right.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up for now. Again, the next one is going to be on next Tuesday, Carson and CJ on Thursday. So please help spread the word and let's continue to grow together, okay? Thank
Say,
you.
Ryan,
Ryan,
let me say
where
this.
will the recording be?
It'll be on my YouTube channel. So just, you'll see it on my page and in the group and everything. So subscribe to my YouTube channel and we'll be doing these every Tuesday and Thursdays, okay?
Okay.
Hey,
Awesome.
Ryan, I'll send you the summary I did.
Yeah? Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Blessings, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Peter.
Ryan. Have a good one.
Thank you.